Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to film the sequel to my Hollywood debut in XCOM, War of the Chosen. Took old Taylor Reese out last episode, the knockaround guy himself, and, well, he lived up to his name. You may not have seen it, but last episode I played the Can in the film version of Kick the Can, and today we're gonna film the sequel, Kick the Can 2, Kick Harder. It's, an inspired by a true story retelling of a brave young can of pork and beans, unafraid to stand up to the crushing boot of his uncaring, careless human overlords who spend their days idly abusing the downtrodden for their own amusement. Sort of like the Hunger Games meets the Grapes of Wrath kind of thing. Except, with an actual tin can in the lead role instead of a carpetbagging murderer named Tom Joad. Also, it doesn't weirdly end with a grown man suckling at the breast of a young woman, but instead, just with another set of feet kicking an already much battered can further down the street. The moral of the tale being, of course, much like the Grapes of Wrath, that life sucks, you're gonna get your ass kicked, and just when you think you've been kicked as much as it's possible to be kicked, there's always another foot waiting to kick you again.
Restrain yourselves.
Yeah, you know what? You guys have been called together, something has changed, etc., etc. Could you guys speed this along, please?
That we are agreed. The battle
Can't you guys all just get along, too? What's up with the alien-on-alien violence? Can't we stop alien-on-alien crime?
Sounds to me like they're afraid.
I actually am afraid. After the can kicking we got last episode, I'm actually more than a little afraid. I'm not ashamed to admit it. We're gonna struggle with the Chosen in this run. A lot. Yes, our children. Were they stillborn like Rose of Sharon's child so that, later on she'd have breast milk to feed an old man? Because that wasn't weird at all. Seem to be firing a lot of shots at Grapes of Wrath, Pete. I like John Steinbeck, but, I actually fucking hated the Grapes of Wrath. It's too bleak. It really is just like a bitter draught of hopelessness. It's effectively what inspired Kick the Can 2, Kick Harder. The sequel in which our brave young pork and bean flavored can finds a way to try and keep his head held high despite getting kicked down a storm drain and rolling into a sewer and getting covered in Dukas. If Grapes of Wrath had had a sequel, that's what would have happened to the Joad family. They would have just wound up living in a sewer eating actual human feces to try and survive. It's the only way that novel could have gotten bleaker. Or, I don't know, maybe aliens could invade, try to make the Great Depression even worse. Why do you think it's a masterpiece, Pete? Because it so accurately describes and puts you in the mindset of what it was like to have to live during that time and endure those events. Yeah, that's great, and I didn't say it wasn't a great work of art, but it can be a fantastic work of art, and I can still not like it. It's a tale of hopeless desperation. It just makes me sad that people back then were so beaten down by the system that they weren't even, willing to stand up for themselves, really. Well, there's nothing to be done. Let's just keep enduring and abiding and suffering endlessly because we can't even have the will to resist. That's what I get from the Grapes of Wrath. It's like the Joad should have done something. Even if that something was a bad thing, they could have done better. Tom Joad kills a dude but then doesn't follow through. Why not? If you're gonna murder a man, just don't stop there. That's what Tom Joad's problem was, is he murders a man and then he's just like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. No, Tom Joad, you should have killed more people. That's how you make the Grapes of Wrath interesting. Kill more people, Tom Joad. Or, whatever, just throw your carpet bag full of shit on your shoulder and run away. Well, who am I to judge? What do I know about Tom Joad? We could pick up an extra soldier, but I'm kind of inclined to not really bother. I don't know if we're going to need him necessarily. This time her name is literally just Shadow Demon, huh? Con Mon Mordana? I'm actually not ready to match your skill. You're not wrong. We tried to match skills last episode, and I got the raw end of the deal. You are vastly too skilled for me. My guys suck. You fought a team full of, like, squatties and kicked the crap out of them. And I don't have any significant hopes of us not being a team full of squatties anytime in the near future.
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
This better be my monthly summary with my supplies telling me that I did a good job.
Your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
The aliens accomplished nothing. None of their goals. They really gotta hire an ERP manager to help them delegate their resources a little bit better. Their enterprise planning really could use some work. She's gonna do a brutal crackdown, permanently lowering XCOM's income. 5 weeks till our next retaliation. Stiletto rounds are dangerous for us. Signal jamming is a fucking nightmare, though. We're gonna need to be able to scan. On time missions, timer doesn't begin until the squad's lost concealment, so we have a couple resistance orders available. Resources from scanned rumors are doubled. That's helpful. Feedback is garbage. Bonds of War is not shameful. Yeah, your Reapers can take on some new orders. I really wish we had some decent orders to give them, because these all suck. So I guess we'll take Infiltrate. Soldier bonds grow 25% faster. It's interesting, but we actually don't even have a facility we can use to bond a trooper yet, so it feels a little premature to select that one. We're just going to go with Scavengers and Infiltrate.
People will listen, whether they like it or not.
And I think we got that just in time to double the supplies there. Beautiful.
Stashed outside of Advent's reach. But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area.
I want to finish this disabled truck first, because if we finish that one, it should come in with double resources. Excellent. Got a little unnamed Vin Diesel action here. Of course, we'll reveal them later. And we did pick up 17 ability points, which is fantastic. Please give me something with a promotion that I can actually do, though.
But there are also risks involved.
No, promotions, though. Promotion? Need promotion. You gotta be shitting me. We don't have a single mission that offers a promotion except for one that we don't have anybody who's high enough rank to go on. So we gotta get a sergeant to level up a sergeant. Perfect. Well, I mean, I suppose we could gather new supplies. We could dedicate an engineer to negate the risk of a soldier being wounded. I'm not too terribly interested in that. Gaining some ability points, I suppose, is okay. We could give somebody a little bonus health as well. I don't see any particular reason not to just send these two right back out. There is no chance anybody gets captured or that we get ambushed. We won't have a non-Vin Diesel go on a fight. We don't really care if one of these two winds up wounded. This is acceptable. You guys go do that. Get us some more ability points. In the meantime, I suppose we could try and find a way to spend those ability points. Do we have a training facility yet? We don't. It's actually not done, so we can't even spend our ability points yet. Perfect. Everything's going swimmingly. This campaign's starting off magically.
Commander, we've got local resistance forces waiting to make contact.
I understand that you want us to make contact, Bradford, but I'm not in any rush to do that. We're all good here, thanks.
Our team is actually quite.
These magnetic-based weapons are a lot like the early.
We really need them, Lily. This may be the thing that allows Tom Joad to rise up from his shackles. If he could pull a mag rifle out of that carpet bag, he could really gun down some of the overlords oppressing those migrant families. One mag rifle and Grapes of Wrath becomes the actual Wrath in the Grapes of Wrath. You get to see some actual Wrath in there. Also, Gauss weapons are inspired. We're probably going to skip that because mostly we don't care. We'll be back to you in a minute, Dr. Tiger.
But it still sounds like they'll be relying heavily on.
What do I need to upgrade this? I need 5 alloys and 2 engineers, so we have our upgrade and actually can't take it. We have no allies. Well, no alloys, rather.
Hello, Commander.
Our only allies are terrible.
Some of these things can make in combat, Commander.
I guess we could do resistance. I don't want to do Gauss weaponry because it doesn't matter. We don't need it. There's nothing in the Gauss weapon tree that we need to research. I wouldn't mind starting to work on plated armor either. I guess we'll do resistance communications though, because we can't do plated armor because we need like a supply rate or something to get our hands on some alloys. It's nice that we do have the weapons resource taken care of. A supply drop is available. Let's go hit that. We could recruit potentially a new soldier, and I don't necessarily hate that. If we have no other option to scan after we grab these supplies, that's probably what we'll do with our time. Okay, GTS is online. We cannot, if memory serves me, we cannot upgrade yet. No. We need a sergeant, and we don't have a sergeant yet, and we aren't likely to get one anytime in the near future. This sucks. We got a bit of a slow roll going here. Please be... Okay, this is good. This is fine. Our reward is a corporal, sharpshooter, who maybe will turn back into a skirmisher and hang around then. Sabotaging the transmitter. We could probably do this. We need another teammate, though. We need a 5th Vin Diesel. We don't have... What we need is we need more Vin Diesel. We need more. I understand that, yes, I would love to increase my squad size through the GTS facility, but unfortunately, I can't do that now, can I? Because none of you guys has made sergeant yet. You guys got to knuckle down and start studying for those exams, man. You're never going to pass the sergeant's exam if you don't apply yourself. I think we just go with our premium team here. I'm very tempted to get rid of one of these grenades and replace it with a med kit. Never mind, we don't have a med kit. Well, temptation ended. I guess it's like if you're trying to diet, lose a little bit of weight. Just the best way to avoid tempting yourself with delicious food is just don't have that delicious food around. Be like, but Pete, I love, you know, sugary snacks. I can't, I love a Snickers bar. Yeah, but if you don't want to eat a Snickers, just don't buy any and don't have them around. Inertia is the best weapon you can employ in that scenario. Just like don't have one in the house and you'll be like, well, I mean, I'm not getting up, getting dressed, going to the store, buying a Snickers, coming home just to eat a Snickers. That's too much fucking work for those cheap empty calories. Just not have one around. What will I do? I'll just sit here and keep watching Pete play XCOM instead, and everybody wins. I get to save gas money on that trip to the store, the $1.29 that the Snickers would have cost me, and hey, fewer calories in my diet, because laziness is always the best option and that it takes no effort whatsoever. It's the Perfidious Pete weight loss scheme. Just don't buy food. There you go. Couple of refusal to buy food with an overwhelming, complete and total sense of abject laziness, and you won't have to worry about weight loss. Be like, I'm just too lazy to buy food. I guess I'll be hungry. That's how you do it. It's the perfect scheme. How has no one else thought of this yet, by the way? Like, this is $1 million idea. How come nobody else has capitalized? I gotta be first to stores with this. That's the goal. I need to get this on store shelves before somebody else realizes you could just not buy food and then not have to worry about eating ever again. Okay, Riddick, I think you need to be on the ground in order to use your grappling hook. Because I don't think you can grapple from building to building unless one of those buildings is higher than you are. We're going to try and go fast. That's the one advantage that we've got here with these skirmishers, is they do have good speed and good mobility. We're trying to take advantage of it. I feel like maybe so far during the campaign we have not taken optimal advantage of our speed.
Objective site in range.
Our readings indicate that
I'm definitely not going to burn my concealment to blow that up, though, Dr. Tigan. We're going to have a relatively overwhelming level of alien support on this. And we don't even have a sergeant yet, so
Yes, Commander.
don't pressure me. I'm not ready for that level of commitment. I don't want to take our relationship to that level yet, Dr. Tiger. Figured we might find some guys in this building. So we've got some people on the rooftop ready to spring down to the attack. I like that.
Changing position.
Let's go ahead and use our grapple move to get a little extra bonus speed here. And if we need to next turn, we can always run down that ladder and jump on them that way. Don't hate that plan. Can you get to the ground?
Moving.
Come on, Xander Cage, extreme sports guru. I did not. I've been playing too many different games, and I was trying to rotate the camera, and ugh.
Now we fight in the open.
Yep, now we're fighting in the open, and we had nobody on Overwatch. Perfect planning, Pete. And that worked out perfectly in that it got us shot with the misclick. Got us hit because we stood in the open instead of being on this rooftop where we wanted to be. Everything is going perfect. Like, so far, so good. 100% satisfaction delivered, courtesy of Perfidious Pete. I'm super happy. Let's drop this man through a hole in the floor. Gonna take some damage hitting the ground, too. And I think we might as well go ahead and take out this little network node.
Well done. As we had hoped, the network
You know,
operation has
don't
been
tell me
temporarily
that I did
delayed.
it. Don't tell me I did a good job yet. Advent Stun Lancer, get your ass over. Get rib jacked. And then also get shot in the face. You want to see how you actually fight somebody who's standing in the open? Well, there you go, champ. That's the way it's actually done. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to shoot this sectoid in his brain pan. And then pick up the remnants of the other network node over here. And still be salty about the fact that a misclick caused me to get a hit.
My weapon is nearly empty.
It's a problem when I've been playing. I've been playing other games, man, and I've got the... You rotate the camera by right-clicking thing, and that's exactly what I did, is I right-clicked on the tile to try and turn the camera, and instead of turning the camera, it, you know, left the man standing out in the open with his butt dangling in the breeze so he could get shot in it.
I go.
Riddick, don't spawn a pod. Alright. Do kill that. Rest of the team, come up here. Hunter, you're on Overwatch.
I will watch.
You know what? At this point, Xander Cage, I'm just going to have you run to catch up with the rest of the team.
Along approach.
That's going to activate a pod? What can we see that... Well, don't go there, then.
As you order.
Instead, come here, Dominic, and just reload.
Must reload now.
We don't want to activate a pod because we got a guy who would be suboptimally positioned just enough to get shot in his stupid, big, bald head. Can we grapple over? We can grapple across. You know what? Yeah.
Tactical movement.
No enemies? Good. Our goal here is to try and grapple across, take the high ground, and go Obi-Wan Kenobi on these bitches. We have the high ground, Anakin. You have no chance. Give up. We want to be the man lightsabering off someone's arms and legs, not the man having his arms and legs lightsabered off. Okay, so we know there is a pod over here by the objective. Keep using our grapple. No, don't grapple there, though. Grapple over here.
Repositioning.
Come on, Xander Cage. You're an extreme sports guru. You know, you should be capable of grappling hooking here. I once watched you snowboard down the side of a mountain in an avalanche with no ill effect on you whatsoever. Flinging a grappling hook and climbing up onto an elevated roadway should be no challenge for you whatsoever. This is like a Tuesday for Xander Cage. Welcome to the Xander Zone. Welcome to Tuesday. Gonna go steal Dick Durbin's fancy car. Or Dick Dodge, or whatever his name was. Video games is all we got. Don't take away our games, Dick. That looks like just a two-man pod. Looks can be deceiving. Also, this says it does not spawn a pod. I don't know if I buy that. Yeah, it definitely did spawn a pod, but not the pod we thought it might spawn. A different pod. Bradford, we got bigger fish to fry here, if you don't mind. There's Stun Lancer. Come towards us. Yeah, they didn't. Well, we turned what was a flank shot into what is not a flank shot. So, a couple ways we could deal with the Stun Lancer here. We could throw a grenade at him and drop him through a hole in the roof. I don't necessarily hate that plan. In fact, you know what? I kind of adore that plan. Let's do that. This could theoretically kill him. Did not kill him, and we didn't even see how much subsequent damage we took. We could move here, take a shot at the sectoid. Actually, you know what? Better idea. move here, throw a grenade at the sectoid, and expose him. And also, we can buy ourselves an extra turn of network time by separating these two. Excellent. But more importantly, sectoid is now exposed. How do you like standing out in the open, jerk? Yeah, it's not so fun when the shoe's on the other foot, is it? Not so fun when the boot of the man is trotting on your neck, is it, Tom Joe? You got critical and still didn't die. I'm real salty about our fact that our weapons, which do 3 to 4 damage, by the way, are criticaling and doing still 3 to 4 damage. That's supremely disappointing. Our only hope here is that the Stun Lancer won't be able to get to us. Nope, he definitely got to us. We're in trouble. Oh, perfect. And Calder got knocked the fuck out, too. So now we're a man short. Yeah, more Balatin indeed. We're completely porked. This is very bad. Alright, well, Judge. Yours is on cooldown, which is terrible. So, first off, shoot this man in the brain. Real glad that critical left us. This is going to be fantastic. Our casualty rate is unbelievable. Just like, we have atrocious rate of injurious damage to our team. Alright, Toretto. We really need you to help us out here by grappling one of these men and pulling them up to the top and killing them with a ripjack. Don't just hurt him, actually kill him, though. Kill him, though. Yeah, acceptable. Richard B. Riddick, now's your time. You're the Shank Master, the man who shivs better than anyone shivs. Bring this man up here so that we may shiv him. Now shiv him. And even if you don't kill him for some bizarre reason... Okay, it's going to be real salty if you didn't. But even if you didn't get the kill there, we could have still been okay. Because we did have one follow-up shot. Alright, we're sending you... Xander Cage, I was going to say we're sending you in, but we're actually not because you're hurt. There is a non-zero chance reinforcements show up here. John Bradford, I can only do so many things at once, okay? Do you mind here? You want to just take it easy a little bit? There, you happy? We bought an extra turn. And we're about to do it again. Also, somebody should probably pick up our boy here. Who's in which tile? This one? I'm not leaving him behind. Xander Cage never leaves a man down. This is just like in Triple X where the motorcycle junkie guy got shot in the butt or whatever, and Xander Cage picked him up and hauled him out, even though, you know, it made very little sense for his character to behave in such an altruistic fashion, especially when a cartel of Mexican drug lords was also shooting at him at the time. But he still did it because that's the kind of guy he is. That's why Sammy L. Jackson is like, nah, man, I gotta have this man on my team. Okay, well, we're moving quickly for certain values of quickly. I'm still super salty about the misclick. It happens in XCOM, but it doesn't mean I have to be happy about the fact that it happens. Can we please just get this mission over with? Plant the X4. Let's go already.
Signal confirmed. X4 charges are active.
Yeah, can we leave now, John? Thank you. 2 soldiers wounded on that mission. Perfect. We don't have an infirmary to patch them up. Doubly perfect. We're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel for all future missions. Triply perfect. 3 X's on the back of your neck. I can't help but notice that that's because you may are looking at a third strike here, Pete. Yeah. Successful shot percentage, 100. Well, technically true, I guess. I'm still super salty about the critical shot to that sectoid's dome that still only did 4 friggin' stupid-ass damage. On the plus side, Richard B. Riddick did make it to Sergeant. That's beautiful. Zeroed in. Subsequent shots on the same turn provide plus 10 critical chance against the same target. They also have an extra bonus to hit. Whereas Wrath is actually just straight up amazing, though. Yeah, we're going to take Wrath, mostly because Wrath does not care what variety of enemy we are fighting, although I kind of also like Zeroed in. That may potentially be an ability that we start taking. Richard B. Riddick is gifted, so he's going to get an option to unlock a couple of these. I'm not sure, given our low damage output, how useful Saturation Fire is going to be. Were you out for 22 days, though?
Commander, having these two soldiers continue to work together has paid off.
Yes.
They know each other well enough at this point that we can have them train as a pair for additional tactical.
Yeah, but can we actually give them nicknames that aren't terrible, though? Because Harbinger and Judge really sounds like a 70s detective show. Not a buddy cop show. This is like Harbinger and Judge are definitely two PIs. I'm getting a kind of a David and Maddie in Moonlighting sort of feel. Those guys are private investigators. You got a pair of PIs there. Well, it'd be nice to have somebody who could hit something, Bradford, but I'm afraid there's a rule, and the rule is if you ain't a Vin Diesel, you ain't on the team. We only got room for one kind of fuel in this tank, and that fuel is diesel fuel. So we'll go fire. You know what? I was going to say we'll fire you between episodes, but actually what we'll do is probably convert you to the Tao of Diesel. And that after you're fired here, because you are, you'll ultimately come back as a Vin Diesel of a different variety.
And the skirmishers are no different. I don't trust them. And I don't like sending my people out hand in hand with them. That said, they're definitely loyal to the commander, and they can put up a hell of a fight.
Are you doing that management technique thing, Volk, where you say something negative about an employee, but then say something good, where you do like the positive reinforcement area, opportunity for improvement? Positive thing, opportunity for improvement, positive thing, opportunity improvement. That way it's an excuse bosses can use to chew your ass without technically seeming like they're only exclusively chewing your ass. Be like, hey, you did a great job on the Smithsonian project last week. Pete, good job. But you really kind of fucked up on the presentation to Harley Davidson. You'd be like, I mean, I know that I did a good job on the Smithsonian account. Thanks, I appreciate it. We got the gig. And then also, why did you have to kick me in the balls? It reminded me about the fact that I had too much to drink before the Harley Davidson thing. Maybe don't do that. If you want to just tell me I did a bad job at something, just come and yell at me. Don't butter me up. You're my employer, not my friend. That's just what I'm getting at here. Wait, do I actually pay Volk's troopers? Now that I think about it, those guys may work for free. Maybe I should be a little more courteous to them. I'm going to go check the financials on this one and see whether or not we're actually paying these guys a salary or whether they're fucking volunteers. Because you know what? If they're volunteers, I'm treating them shamefully. If you enjoyed the episode, you might also drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more shameful misclicks as well, you might consider subscribing as well, because the interface for XCOM is going to make it happen. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Don't volunteer for XCOM either. We don't pay you.